are live. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Sorry we were running late. We were running into a little bit of technical difficulty. Dana will be here shortly, so don't be alarmed when you hear the boop boop like somebody's coming into the room, because that somebody is Dana. Okay, so anyway.
Do not be alarmed.
Do not be. I mean, you can be alarmed. Fuck you. I don't care. Why don't we go ahead and introduce ourselves before people leave, because I just start swearing at them for no reason. Let's go ahead and start with Morgan.
Hi, I'm Morgan Hazelwood. I am an actively querying and getting rejected fantasy author, and right now I'm working on my NaNoWriMo space fantasy for the second try. I am keeping up, but I got maybe a day's wiggle room, so I'm not sad.
Awesome. CJ.
Hello, my name is CJ Blair. I'm a writer of things. I'm also working on my NaNoWriMo. I'll be honest, I have no freaking clue where I am. I know I'm like way behind, but I spent half of this week writing a sermon that I'm now not giving. And that's a long story. But yeah, I'm just going to keep plugging away at it. And my goal is next Monday and Tuesday, I'm going to write 20,000 words in 2 days.
Oh.
That's my
Because
plan.
you're a crazy person. We all knew that.
Yep.
And I'm Sarah Schoenberger, and this is my channel. And like everybody's got links down below, so in the middle of the sprints, when you guys are like, I'm a little stuck, I need to wander off, go subscribe to everybody's things. That's what you should do. Okay. And Dana's links are down there too, and so are like all the other people who come hang out here. No, not ever, but a lot of the ones who hang out here in general are down there. So, and if not, we almost everyone who ever associated with this channel is in someone else's link tree down there.
That's a fair point.
So if you're looking for someone, they're there, I promise.
We
Anyway.
feel cozy in this background.
We do.
Like-
Except for Dana, who is a ghost.
I don't know what's going on.
You're spooky.
I know, right?
Spooky Dana.
Oh,
There you are.
Look, there I am.
It was just wondering what it was doing. It was like,
Remember the last time, in order for me to like look like I was a human being, I had to cancel out like all the white
Yeah.
or something? Yeah. I wonder if that's what it's.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not entirely sure what this like is, because the door is all the same color.
I think it's because the light is reflecting in that space that it thinks that it's drastically different colored enough that maybe it is a face. That would be my guess. So, but you just got here and we just finished doing introductions, so why don't you do your introduction real quick before we move on?
My name is Dana Gollin. I write erotica under my pen name Ava Fox. And yeah, it's been a long, interesting day.
You look like you've had a long day. You look like you've just had enough.
I really have. And my aunt was so good. She fed me Maryland crab soup.
She crab soup?
I have no idea, but it was really good. So yeah, and I appreciated it. After the day that I had today, I was like, oh, it's warm and it's yummy and it's warm.
That's fair.
All the important things.
All the important things.
Right. Okay, I'm going to run through the chat real quick. Jacob was here first, as per usual. Sako came in before we even started. CJ is here as well, and I'm not saying it, she was way late. And Jeannie is here, and hello. And Caro is here as well, and Jennifer just got here. So hello to everyone, and thank you for coming. We are probably going to change location on and off because I like fucking with these things. That's just a thing. But today, right now, we are, bless you.
Sorry.
We are reenacting Adam Green's Frozen, which is not animated and also gives me nightmares. So if you haven't seen it, you should Google it and go watch it and then write me write me tweets that call me a whore. Okay.
Because that was a whole
it's
thing.
gonna be it's gonna if you go watch it, you might be mad at me. You might be real mad at me. Okay,
well then I'll just not go watch it.
It's like super, super uncomfortable. It's about people who get stuck on a ski lift.
Oh, I've only been on a ski lift one time, and that was what I was afraid the whole time. I was like terrified that it was going to stop and we were going to get stuck on it. And like I was trying to guesstimate like how far off the ground we were, and if I did like a controlled drop where I, and I was just like, no, something's going to break. It's probably going to be my neck.
It might be your ankles, and there might be wolves.
I've never been on a ski lift, but I did work at an amusement park for 4 summers. And so I've evacuated lots of people off of various roller coasters. Oh. Roller coasters. I've never done the sky ride. I have taken the sky ride, but which is basically a ski lift that just stays at the same height, once it gets up there.
Oh wow. The ones that they have in like, I want to say in Italy, where you have like this big bus and it's like going
gondolas, like the sky gondolas.
Yeah.
Work sent me to Switzerland for 2 weeks, and so my one weekend that I was there, I took a gondola up the side of the mountain because I wasn't gonna hike that thing.
Right.
And that was very disconcerting. There was like 4-person one up there, and then there was like the 20-person, like everybody climb in. And I think it was on the way down, it was like the steepest train in Switzerland, which let me tell you, it's pretty, the cars were stair-stepped.
I think I would have just like opted out.
Yeah. Like, no, thank you.
I'd be like, nah.
100%. I couldn't get on it. I'd be like, no, I can't fly. And here's the thing, right? Most people are like, oh, I'm afraid of crashing and all this other stuff. I'm not afraid of crashing. I'm afraid of falling. I'm afraid of being consciously aware of the fact that my body is falling out of the sky uncontrollably.
Yep.
It's the not being able to stop that is my issue. Like, even when ice skating, if I get too fast, I'm like, I can't brake on these things. This is not good. Let's slow down. Oh, and now I'm on my butt.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have a fear of falling. I have a fear of landing.
No. Once I land, it's over. I'm good. I'm good to go. Once you land.
That's the part that hurts. The falling doesn't hurt unless you're hurting your like lungs from screaming.
Well, but that's the part that like you're aware of.
Yeah. I was gonna say
you hit the ground.
Death.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say
what if you don't die though, and you're just laying there in excruciating agony for hours?
I would start making a list of all the things that I've done horribly wrong in my life and wonder why I was being punished.
I'd be like, I'm not my twin. Why are you doing this to me? No, my sister doesn't deserve a horrible death. Although our plan is to go out at the same time which I guess means car accident because, how else can you do it at the same time? But we're identical twins. I don't want to look in the mirror and know what she would have looked like at my age.
Yeah.
It's creepy. It's just, so we're going to have to die at the same time.
Now that you've like planted that seed in my head, I'm like, how weird would that be to like if your identical twin passed on before you did, yet she still stares at you every day in the mirror.
Yeah. I am not comforted by that thought. So
that's some Sarah Scharnweber horror type shit right there.
There you go. A story. Yeah. Have that.
Yeah, that's no, that. Mm-mm. I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable.
It makes me uncomfortable. And there's a 50-50 chance it's my future. So
That's true.
That went dark. Sorry about that, guys.
I know. I was like,
We're not sorry.
I mean, if you guys wandered in here and you didn't know, I'm sorry, but most of you did. Also, we do have new peoples in, I believe it's Kibby Roseland. I don't know that I know you, and welcome. Thank you for coming. I hope I said your name right. If not, you should tell me how to say it, because I'm dumb. And then Spence is here.
Talking about dumplings.
So, hello.
Making me hungry.
I was just thinking that. I was like, I wish there was a place in town that delivered dumplings.
I think I might be developing like a sensitivity to dumpling sauce. I've gotten like a headache or something the last 2 times I had them.
Well,
That's so sad.
I was gonna say, what kind of sauce are you? Because it's just basically like paste with pepper in it.
Yeah, no clue. Maybe there's
Paste with pepper.
maybe like last time I had straight up MSG, I was fine though, so I don't think it's the MSGs.
Wait. Dumplings are you making? Like,
I
are we
don't think
talking about like good, like German type dumplings?
No, we're talking Chinese food dumplings.
Oh, okay. See, I was not thinking about Chinese food dumplings. I was thinking about
They're both delicious, but
yes,
very different. What one gets delivered to my house and one like requires effort.
Right. But now that it's been clarified, I understand why you would get. There's a lot of sodium, and so yeah, I can understand why you would get a headache.
Yeah,
I know.
So
I'm like,
gonna have to use a different dipping sauce, I think.
right. You're like
I mean-
MSGs. I'm like, who's making your dumplings?
Good Lord.
Panda.
All right, we should do a sprint. We started late, so it's already like almost 20 after. So we should do a sprint and try to get some stuff done. So yeah, the clock is up there. Well, you can't see my hand because of Dana's thing, but it's there.
Wait,
Well, because of Dana's thing in the background. It's that way.
Point in front of
Anyway.
yourself. This.
this thing right here.
No, I can't do it that way because it's the other hand, you see.
It's
That's the problem.
So is the clock like above or
It's-
next to?
It's above
the-
you. It's like at the very
Oh.
top of the screen.
Oh, okay.
It's like above your left hand.
At the top.
Oh,
Like if you did this. Nope, straight up from you. Yeah.
Straight up now. Tell me what you
I guess.
really want to
Oh, good Lord. All right, we gotta
There's
get
the
countdown.
do together.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. I've had enough.
do that again?
Sorry about that, guys. Dana's just being ridiculous, and she's got to figure out how to select a different color.
Right. It's under video settings, right?
Yeah. You look like,
The Man in the Iron Mask.
or like a character that's in a wall on like a Pee-wee's Playhouse ripoff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like she's Walanda the Wall, but like your costume's just really bad.
Yeah. Actually, in all fairness, I think that I look like I've been working on my Volvo all day.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's definitely an air of there you go. That works.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was definitely some buildup of funk vibes coming off of you.
That was pretty cool. All right.
That's not terrible. That's kind of fun.
I know.
You look
It's
evil
like-
as hell.
Oh, and then I blinked and it went away. Oh, that's all. Here I am.
You could just be. You can just be in your house. It's fine.
It's
Okay.
fine.
I'm so done. I just can't get it to like go. Okay, there we go.
It works really well in the picture frame.
Aphrodite says, you look flayed, but your insides are gray instead of red.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We have a good time.
That's right. All the Zoom ridiculousness.
Right?
Yeah.
I am super excited that I'm able to use my green screen. Can I tell you
Yeah.
how excited
I am
about
happy
that?
for you as well.
Me
It's
too.
like the most excitement ever.
Mine's in a storage unit. But I used this last sprint to figure out what kind of medication they gave Oink, because Oink got spayed this morning. We walked 3 miles to the spay clinic
Oh wow.
Ooh.
up a hill. It was crazy and cold, but it was fun. They gave her tramadol
Ooh.
Mm.
and I can't remember what the other word is, but it's like hydrochloride or something. And oh, I did get it right. It's tramadol and hydrochloride. I was like, man, that's what I take for my spinal cord injury.
Yeah, she's probably doing pretty good because she's never been on anything like that. So
Well, she
the first
She
dose of anything is intense.
right. She was like, so she is actually on the front porch right now because for whatever reason, when she comes inside, she starts to get anxious, and I think it's because we went inside the building and then they put her in a kennel immediately, and
She also might be getting hot from the medicine.
yeah,
Like
That-
it might make her feel like she's hot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I always thought she was cute. I didn't know she was hot though.
oh, blaming.
Maybe she's just not my type. When it comes to that, when it comes to pettings, I'm there for her though.
Right.
Right? Oh, she is the super fluffiest. And she's an excellent snuggler. Like, so I crack the window because they do get hot when they're inside.
Yeah.
And so I crack the window, and as soon as she starts to think that I'm getting cold, she will position herself up against my body, and like almost instantaneously, I'm like 10 degrees warmer.
Aw.
I mean, that's why Catechus hasn't gotten kicked out yet. Snuggler. He'll like lay on my chest when I'm sleeping for at least like an hour or two. And he
Yeah.
always pulls up. Yeah. So and I have like if I put the fluffy blanket on my lap, he'll come up and like snuggle with me for a bit. He likes it when I settle in to watch TV. I swear he doesn't just spend his days gnawing on me and sitting on my laptop.
Sure he does. No.
I mean, he does, but that's not all he is, you know.
Right. Aphrodite came while we were sprinting. And also, since she mentioned it, I'm going to reiterate that Aphrodite has a bird now.
Ooh.
A bird?
A bird.
What kind of a bird?
I don't remember. I don't like birds, but good for her. She's got a pet. I'm happy for her.
That's right.
I don't like birds, so I don't have any idea.
And Aphrodite loves her, and that's what's important.
Yeah, that's what matters. But that's why I don't know.
Meh. Okay.
That's
That's
'cause I don't know.
understandable.
Apparently she's a jerk.
Most
That's-
birds are.
That's the story we're getting.
Birds tend to be loud.
Frequently.
Mini Monster has 2 birds. I want to say they're parakeets. They're like little. One is blue and white, and the other is green and white, I think. Or maybe it's green and yellow. Okay, yeah. So Aphrodite and Mini Monster have the same kind of birds. I made Mini Monster regret the decision to get a bird as a pet, because she bought Maya Angelou's Why the Caged Bird Sings. And I was like, I can't tell you why the caged bird sings just yet. Once I read the book, I will. But I will tell you why the caged bird doesn't sing. And she was just like, Mom, you totally suck. I'm like, well, as long as you love these birds and you give them a better life than they would have had, like, in the wild. But they weren't wild birds. They were like, yeah, they were made for captivity birds.
Right.
But still, the whole point of a bird is for it to fly and sing and eat bugs.
Eat bugs and make more birds.
And make more birds.
Yeah, Spence said Pizza Demon's obsessed with getting a bird.
Yeah.
And Jacob is talking about Lily Fazcat saying bad words.
Ooh.
My mom's
She's saying
cat,
them in
Lily.
Cat though, right? Like she hasn't learned to speak human.
That is a Jacob question. I am uncertain.
I managed to get 53 words. And then
Ooh.
and some dinner. And I learned that Russian tea culture is like nothing I've ever heard of.
Wait, Russian what?
Tea culture. Like when they drink their tea,
Oh.
like they don't drink it the way I'm used to. Apparently they brew it like super strong, and then you pour it into your cup and add hot water, and you add sugar, lemon, or honey. And traditionally, they would just hold the sugar cube in their mouth and then like sip around it. Right?
Oh, wow.
Nothing I would have ever guessed. And I was like, I don't need to research tea, but I don't feel like writing, so I did, and
Right?
did not expect that.
The thing to learn.
Right?
I once had this coffee that it was literally tied, like it was just in the t-shirt, and then they took rubber bands and they tied it shut with the rubber bands, and then they just left it sit for like a week.
Oh, cold brew.
Well, yeah, I guess that's what it would be called today, but this was like back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and I called it t-shirt coffee. But my friends who were making it, they were explaining to me how it's done, and I was like, whose t-shirt are you using? And was it clean? Yeah, that was my biggest concern. Not the fact that the coffee sat in a bucket of water for a week. I was more concerned about whose t-shirt was used.
That's fair.
Yeah,
It's all about priorities.
it really is. It really is. Oh, this has enough caffeine in it to kill me? That's fine. Whose t-shirt was it brewed in? I might have reservations depending on whose t-shirt that was put in.
I mean, it's not an unfair question.
Yeah.
So, All right, we should try to throw another sprint down. CJ's phone's going crazy, like a crazy.
Yes, I'd like to get some more words before my DoorDash gets here.
All right, what'd you get?
For food?
Yeah.
Oh, I got pho
Oh, okay.
and crab rangoon. Pho, it's a noodle soup.
Oh.
Vietnamese noodle soup.
Oh, is it like PHO?
Yeah.
Okay, I know what it is.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, go! right, and that is time. How'd everybody do? Boop, 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 boop. Jacob was talking about a three-headed Spinosaur, and I do have to say that Spinosaurus is probably my favorite dinosaur next to sauropods in general.
That's fair. I got about 100 words. I think I'm going to have to go find my other lap tray, which I think is still out in the backyard in my writing tent.
I love that you have a writing tent. That makes me so happy.
I do too. It is now too cold to be there pretty much at all. So,
Yeah.
What state are you in right now?
Iowa.
Oh, right. Okay.
I was reading a fascinating article about Chum-Li from Pawn Stars. It's not fascinating at all, but it caught my attention. So
That's fair.
I'm just like, I like stumbled upon it, and it was saying how like there was a false report made that he had OD'd and died at some point. And then there was another one where they falsely reported that he had had a heart attack, and I was like, man, this guy isn't even that interesting, and people are like making up stories about him. I'm pretty interesting. Nobody makes up stories about me.
I do.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh man.
Jeannie almost caught up re-entering notes into her first 3 chapters again. Mary finished one mandala and got halfway through another. Caro started outlining the robot erotica for Tamara Cringe Pleasure. So there we go.
It's gonna be awesome.
And Emma Mord got distracted watching a live stream of the X3 Solar Storm.
That's right.
I have to wait for some information back from some places before I can actually do much right now. So I'm watching a video about a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
Mm.
Interesting. Very, very
Not a Lifetime movie? Hallmark?
No, Hallmark. It's a Nick DeRamio video.
Okay.
It's a commentary.
I read clickbait about mother-in-law horror stories.
That's fair.
I need to get my words in, so next sprint I'm actually going to be productive after I pee.
All right. Well, that's a good segue because we should absolutely do another sprint. So, all right. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that is time. And if that seemed extra long, it's because at some point it paused, and I don't know how that happened, but so we just went a little long. How did everybody do?
I got 2 paragraphs. And I did some research about what berries grow best in cold climates.
Dana turned into a Pee-wee's Playhouse character again.
Oh man. You know, I checked the stream to see what the timer said.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wanted to go check on Oink real quick, and it said I had 5 minutes. And clearly that was not right. But Oink's doing good.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, it did get paused at 5 minutes, but it ran the rest of that 5 minutes, so I don't know how that happened.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I think what it is that how did I do this last time?
There's lag between the video and reality.
It shouldn't be
Yeah.
that much, though.
Oh yeah, like let me see.
It
My
shouldn't
video-
be like 4 minutes.
My video
It's
very often doesn't play if I've been off the window too long.
yeah,
Oh.
it's 2 minutes. It's like 2 minutes delay.
I just looked and mine was paused 7 minutes ago. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
It's so weird.
because the actual delay time, if it's running the whole time, is not that long.
yeah, no. So
Kiro trolled Tamara and Amy at the same time, which is a whole
Nice.
thing,
like a boss, yo.
right? Mary finished another mandala. Said this is very relaxing, the best way to wind down on my birthday. Oh, happy birthday!
Yay.
Barrett said I never count words because anxiety and I are roommates, but not friendly, but got a page and a half, which makes me happy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is a mandala?
I don't know how to describe it.
It's an image that usually is repetitive in like the round kind of.
Hold on.
Okay. I was gonna say I still just don't.
Usually abstract and slightly floral looking with like little teardrops going round and round and round.
Like this.
Yeah.
I can't see it.
I saw it for a second.
Hold on. It was there for a minute.
There you go.
Oh,
Like those.
Okay. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. I have a coloring book for those, but it takes me 3 hours to finish one, and I don't find that relaxing. I need something I can finish in 20 minutes to 45 minutes because I'm a completist and I can't walk away. And my hand starts cramping, and I'm sorry, I don't find that relaxing. I was like, ooh, adult coloring books. No, they're 3 hours. What adult has 3 hours to color?
Right?
That's a fair point.
And I mean, I know some people are like, oh yeah, I worked on it all month in like 20-minute increments, but I can't. I mean, you're talking to the person who stays up till 3 a.m. to finish a book. I'm not good at like stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that's a weakness, then stopping and starting over a month is not really going to work for you.
Nope. So, but they're really pretty and I love them. And then you get 2/3 of the way through and you realize something should have been something else, but you like misunderstood the pattern. Ugh. Anyway, I find coloring stressful.
Right.
Mary's not actually coloring, though. Mary's doing an app, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So it's not, there's no and cramping and it, yeah.
Right. Like, I do enjoy a good,
Ooh, and if you color the wrong thing, you can tap it again with the right color and it turns the right color.
Yeah.
oh, see, that's nice.
No regret.
No regret, regards. What is that? Tattoo.
Regerts. Yeah. I was painting rocks, and I liked that, but I liked the fact that when I didn't want to paint anymore, I could just stop.
Yeah.
With coloring pages, I feel like very restricted. Like, here is the line, do not go out of the line. And that's where I get hung up. I get like anxious because, you know, if I don't stay in the line, and then what if the colors don't match, and da. But for whatever reason, I get stressed out over crayons and colored pencils. But when it comes to paint, I don't know if it's because it's a fluid, or I don't know what it is, but like paint doesn't stress me out like that. Like, it's weird is what it is. It's weird.
Well, I'm glad to know I'm not the only one who has that struggle. But
Yeah.
What I do instead of mandalas is I do nonograms, which is basically picture Sudoku. I've talked about it before, but oh, you can't see that. This is too far away. Oh well. Anyway, it tells you what colors and numbers in the direction, and it turns into a picture when you fill it in.
Okay. Oh, so it's like I think Mini Monster does those.
Yeah.
Is it like paint by number?
Sort of. I call it picture Sudoku because the numbers are on the end of the rows and you fill in the grid. And
Oh,
picture.
right on.
Yeah. So.
Very cool.
Well then.
No, not gonna do it.
Oh, Heather is here. Hello, Heather. How are you tonight? Morgan's phone is grouchier than my phone with the camera.
It only does it at an angle. But you can kind of see that it's a grid, and it turned into a pelican.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
My girl cousin was asking if Miss Oink was doing okay.
Oh.
You know, so I'm still adjusting. Like, my family has lived in this small community for at least 150 or more years.
Oh wow.
And I'm still not used to walking into a place and being like, oh, hey, you're so-and-so's cousin. They told me about you. And because like today, when I went to go pick up Oink, this lady was like, oh, hey, you're your girl cousin's cousin. And I was like, my girl cousin? And she's like, yeah. And I was just like, of course you know my girl cousin. Everybody knows my girl cousin.
From a town of just almost hitting 3,000, and I'm related to a quarter of them. So, and worked at the high school of the neighboring county for 20, 30 years. So, I'm, either mom's last name's daughter or so-and-so's niece or,
Yeah. So you get it. So it's just,
Whenever I went to school, my grandma would have me go down the list of who was in my class this year and tell me which ones were my third cousin twice removed and whatever.
Right? Yeah. Yes. That is like, that's one of the conversations we were having tonight at the table while we were eating our Maryland crab soup was this person is related to me through this direct bloodline. However, there's a break. And it's like, holy cow, I got all kinds of people.
It's really good to learn in like elementary school before you start eyeing the boys or girls.
Oh yeah. I was not here during, I wasn't here for the boys part of my life. Thank God.
Whose
Only-
parents were my mother's bullies, also important information.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because my mom was a loner, but her little brother was on the football team, and so there's the whole spectrum.
Right.
So,
My
and
my
my uncle has dated so many women that the next person they dated went on to be who they married.
Mhm.
So it's also like, is your mom my uncle's ex?
Right? Oh my gosh. My my family's got a reputation. And so yeah. And so when they find out that I'm Pap's daughter, I get the whole like, are you crazy? Are you violent? Are you angry, girl? You know, and then I'm like, no, I'm none of the
I'm
above.
the normal one.
Yeah. And every now and again, I'll be like, I'm a pacifist until you piss me off.
Small town life. There's a reason I live 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Close
Yeah,
enough I can
that's-
get home if I need to. Far enough that nobody's showing up randomly in my business.
Yeah, that kind of small town shit is not a thing I'm interested in,
Yeah.
like at all.
I surprisingly am the only one who doesn't like call before I show up. And I think it's because like the culture in the Southwest is open doors and like your family, so you come in and you eat and you know you'll have a kitchen full of women and they're all talking about the same thing, but everybody has to yell over each other in order to be heard, so you can actually listen to the conversation in the front or backyard. Yeah. So but I am getting accustomed to calling before I just show up, except to my aunt's house. The door's always open there.
I mean, that might be my culture, but I always call first.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well, yeah, because you were raised east of the Mississippi, so you're the civilized culture. No.
so that way everybody can hide their skeletons before I show up.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
sometimes that really is what it is. All right.
But you gotta show up with food in hand.
Yeah. Godzilla came by and said hello, so hello, Godzilla. MM Ward said small towns means gossip and everyone's business.
Yeah.
And that seems to be
That
really
is
the main going rate there.
Yeah.
Occasionally it's a good thing, you know who to call if you do this or that or the other.
Right. Well, I fortunately for me, I am in a relatively secluded area, so unless you know exactly where I'm at, the chances of you finding me randomly would be highly unlikely. But yes, if you come to my home bearing gifts of warm clothes or food, the door is always open. If you are a bill collector, no. You
Dana,
shall
who?
not pass.
Dana, who? I don't think they ever lived at this address.
Right?
No, I don't have any forwarding information.
See, and you have one of those names that could be male or female,
Uh-huh.
so you can easily just be like, nah, I don't know him.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, well, we're looking for a female. Obviously, they don't know him. Or they don't
Right.
know her because they don't know who they're even talking about.
Right.
Like,
My sister dated a boy, Dana, in college for a couple months.
Yeah.
He was a nice guy.
One of my best friends from high school's dad's name is Dana. And up until I became an adult, like my mid-20s, I had never met another female Dana. And then the one that I met, spelled her name completely different than how I spelled mine, and she was a whack job. Like way more than I have ever. I can't. Oh yeah. I mean, I'd love to be among the crazies, but this one was just like, holy cow.
Morgan is kind of, you know, I've definitely met boy and girl Morgans.
For sure.
So
Yeah, I used Travis's card at one point somewhere, and I don't remember. I think it was at a store that I go to, like a gas station that I go to, and the person who worked there thought my name was Travis, and I just kind of went with it.
okay.
You're like,
I was like,
Hard whatevs.
if there can be a boy named Sue, there can be a girl named Travis. I'm fine with it.
that's
Whatever.
right.
You're not the boss of me. I'll be Travis.
You might go by Trey though.
Oh, I don't like when people call him that. I really don't. People
No.
do.
Trey is usually a nickname for a third, right?
Mm.
I've run into that in books. I don't know people who are like so and so the third, but I've heard Trey.
I see that, like, the calling a junior is more common in rural communities. So maybe it's one of those things
I've
that's
heard
common
that-
in certain
I
areas.
think I ran into it in like Veronica Mills. I don't know, the uppity people thing, upper crust sort of thing. Treys go with Chads and Brads.
Okay, so yeah, maybe it's that kind of corner.
I've never run into it, but I've read about it. So.
I've read about it.
Well, I found out that I have a great grandfather whose name was Otto. And I wish I would have known that because Elijah might have been an Elijah Otto. I just really like that name for whatever. I don't know why. I'm like, because it could be spelled O-T-T-O or it could be spelled A-U-T-O. You know? I'm
Yeah.
like, this is a cool name. We should have played with it. But
My work company does things with little small planes, and they told me my email address was whatever company name .arrow, and I thought they were saying arrow, but they were saying A-E-R-O, like aerospace.
right.
Right.
So whatever.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it could have been ERO too.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
It wouldn't work for the company, but yeah.
right, but I'm saying, like, if you just heard it,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It was weird. I was so confused.
you're like,
Yeah.
why? Oh, that's why. Because when you spell it right, it makes perfect sense.
Exactly. So.
Oh, Lord. All right, we should do one last sprint before we wrap for the night.
I should actually get some words in. What?
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Set
Stop.
everything on fire. Eat saltines with Nutella. That was my other option.
Yeah, I ate Chex Mix last one, so
Ooh.
I could eat the rest of these chips, but maybe I shouldn't eat chips immediately after eating Chex Mix.
I mean, toss some water in there and go for it.
I got some Diet Dr. Pepper.
That
I mean, I
works.
do have some water, but that's not what
I ate pho.
we seen it.
It was delicious.
Yeah, we seen it.
I am very sad that it's hard to find a Diet Cherry Pepsi on the East Coast, but I have tons of cherry Diet Dr. Pepper. It's actually 0 sugar.
Mm-hmm.
That just translates into diet, right? There's just
It's
more...
a different sugar substitute. That's the difference.
Oh, okay. Oh. I didn't
Yeah.
think to look.
So, Diet Dr. Pepper is a different sugar substitute than the 0 is.
Oh, okay. I
Or
was gonna say,
or it's a different amount or something.
Yeah,
I've got
'cause
aspartame.
this has aspartame in it.
It must be a different amount.
Yeah,
But they do taste different.
they really do. Like I really like this because Diet Dr. Pepper, the regular Diet Dr. Pepper is way too sweet. But
Oh, really?
The Dr. Pepper Cherry 0 sugar isn't as sweet. It's a mild sweet.
Yeah,
like
I've
mine.
had it. It isn't my favorite, but I'll drink it. Like, if they're out of regular diet, that's what I usually grab.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, let's do 15 minutes. And 3, 2, 1, go. Hopefully I won't pause it this time. I'm going to try. right, that is time. How did everybody do on that last sprint of the night?
I watched some TikToks and sent some TikToks to my good friends who needed a good laugh. I hope you enjoyed them. Morgan, are you on the TikToks? Because I would have sent it to you, but I'm not entirely sure you're over there.
I'm not. I watched them over on Facebook Reels or Instagram Reels.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there's a real funny one that you got to find about a girl who laughs.
That's the whole story, huh? She laughs.
Yeah.
That narrows it down.
You know how many sprints I have just watched Reels through?
Yeah.
So many. But I got 513 words this time. Boom, actually wrote something.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Which is good, because the way I nano, I'm not allowed to go to bed till I get my words in.
Oh, I would never sleep. I mean,
I got to bed at like 2:15 on Wednesday.
oh man.
It wasn't
Yeah.
pretty.
Well, I was up. I fell asleep about 1, and then I woke up at like 3, and I watched the eclipse, and then I couldn't go back to bed. So I had like a nap before I started my day. It was pretty awesome.
I
Yeah.
slid one in the middle of the day. Yesterday, I slept until like 2:30. I mean, I got up for a morning meeting and then went right back to bed.
Yeah.
Because I had my booster, and let me tell you, my booster shot knocked me out just as bad as my second shot.
Oh wow.
Like fever, chills, and headache, and arm feeling bruised for starting about hour 10 and out the next 12 hours or so. And then
Oh
it started
wow.
off about 24 hours after I'd gotten
Yeah.
it. So, yeah.
I didn't have any actual symptoms from my shot, but she bruised the hell out of me.
Oh,
But the thing is that I don't want to hold that against her because I think I got both of my original shots in that arm, and I also got my flu shot in that arm. So I've had 4 shots in that arm in the last like 10 months, 8
I
months.
didn't even feel it go in. I felt the needle touch my skin, and I didn't even feel it go in. But when it kicked in about 10 hours later, I felt it. And moving the arm kind of, I mean, it's still a little, but not so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was not expecting the booster to be as bad as the second shot. I thought my immune system had kicked in and was fully operational, but apparently my immune system was not fully operational.
Yeah, that's not as uncommon as you might expect. I thought it would be that way too, but apparently a lot of people are getting the same. Some people are getting less, like I got less, but some people are, I guess.
But my mom's having surgery next month, and I'm going to a convention just before that, so I wanted to be super,
Right.
And I'm still definitely double masking and hand sanitizing like crazy because the convention is 2 days after mom's surgery, and then I'm going to go stay with her for a week as soon as I can get my post-convention rapid test done. So
Yeah.
before doing it. So definitely do not want to be going to a person who's recently home from the hospital with like anything. I don't care if it's COVID or like cold.
Right.
Or flu. I don't want to take anything there.
Yeah, my friend's, I think it's her niece, has been sick, and they kept testing her for COVID. She's like 9 or 10, or no, she's like 6 or 7, I think. They keep testing her for COVID. They can't figure out what's wrong with her. Turns out she has mono. I was like, oh yeah, there's other infectious diseases.
Yeah.
Still there. Just because you're
Yeah.
infected with COVID doesn't mean we're not entering
Yep.
cold and flu season.
Right. That's what they tested Mini Monster like 4 times for mono, but before she got her tonsils removed, and I kept telling them, I was like, she doesn't have mono, something else is going on, and sure enough, it was some kind of virus that had decided to take residency in her tonsils. Yeah, and so, but it's amazing at how many people have forgotten that we still live in an infectious environment besides the
Right.
current headliner.
Like, before the beginning of 2020, you shouldn't have been licking the sidewalk either. Like,
Right?
why are you acting like this
Yeah.
now?
You should have been washing your hands when you went into the
Right.
house after touching
Right?
it.
That irritated me so much when everybody was like, we should be washing our hands when we, when we do this and that. And I'm like,
What have you been doing?
right. I'm like, am I alone on this?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
every time you use the bathroom. Did you guys just get this memo? I've had this memo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, when those videos started coming up of the idiots who were licking the toilet seats, I was like, right, because no one's ever heard of hepatitis. Any hepatitis, I'm like, are you kidding me?
Right.
But
Any of the stuff that causes diarrhea. I mean,
Right, like, if licking a toilet seat, COVID has always been pretty low on my concerns there.
Yeah.
Everything else comes on top of that.
yeah.
What
Yeah.
are you doing? I don't care how clean it is.
the odds of me licking a toilet seat are pretty close to zero.
Yeah.
I think
I mean, if you gave me enough money and a lot of antiseptic, and
yeah. Like
but we're talking at least 7 digits here.
Right, and not for fun.
yeah. I think that the biggest thing that I noticed as far as like hygiene is concerned, is that I've become more hyper focused on other people's hygienes. Like I was always like, if I went into a public bathroom and there were other women in there with me, I was always like looking at the women, and I would remember the ones that didn't wash their hands. And when I saw them around the store or whatever, I would just be like, don't touch nothing. Okay. But
Gross.
yeah, but once all of this beverage bug stuff started, I became so hyper focused on what other people were doing with their bodies that it literally like crippled me.
Mhm.
Because what people normally do, like wiping your nose or rubbing your eyes or whatever, went from, okay, this is a perfectly normal human thing that
Right.
all humans do, to, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Rub your nose, find hand sanitizer. Or like rub it through the mask. That's okay. But don't rub the mask, rub it, and then touch things.
Yeah.
You're misunderstanding the point of the mask.
Yeah. Except my mask. My mask is magical and protects me from all viruses.
I hate people whose nose stick out.
Yeah.
I dislike chin masks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had gone into a store. I didn't have a mask and they didn't have one available. Their box of masks were empty and I just needed to run in real quick. So I figured I could hold my breath. And all my hoodies do this. So I was like, I'm good. But I was stopped by this woman. So I'm like, I might not be wearing a mask, but I'm at least covering myself somehow.
Yeah.
And this woman stops me and she's got like, this is her mask, sits right above her top lip, exposes her nose,
Right.
and like doesn't cover the whole.
Did she throw you shade?
Oh yeah, she's like, "Where's your mask?" I was like, "I mean, what's the point?"
Remedial mask wearing. What's the point of
I know. I was like, I got my
more germs than your face.
yeah. I was like, I got my face covered. What's your excuse?
Right. I also wasn't going to talk to random other customers, but some bitch decided to change that.
Right? I was trying to hold my breath.
Oh my goodness. I keep a bunch of masks in my car, and I have so many that like they only get worn once a week, so they get washed maybe once a month because it dies in 3 days on cloth or something like that.
Yeah.
And I've got like 7, so.
Well, and if it's never mind. I was going to say, in Arizona, I would leave my masks in the car, because the car got to be about 120 degrees, and I figure if it's sitting in the car at 120 degrees for 10 hours, probably it's okay. But here, like, I don't have access to all my masks right now. I'm not entirely sure where they all went to. So I have one cloth mask, and then I'm sitting at my laptop. Here's my mask.
Aww.
Just in case one of you guys starts sneezing. No.
I got a stack of those, but like in black for the convention I'm going to. So I'm going to put those under my cloth ones.
Yeah. So I've got and now that my car's not working, I've been borrowing my uncle's truck, and I don't want to like leave my mask just laying in his truck, and then he'll pick it up and then I'll have to throw it away. And I really like my mask because it brings attention to the missing and murdered Indigenous women. So I'm like, don't touch it. It's mine. A magic mask.
You're silly. Anyway, so we should go ahead and do our outros real quick, and then gotta move on. Why don't we go ahead and start with Dana, since Dana was the last one to go when we started.
I am Dana Gollin. I write erotica under my pen name Ava Fox. 301. I always forget the 301, but it is actually important. That's what separates me from the other Avas. I didn't accomplish anything. I've had an incredibly long day. I got no brain for nothing. But I was glad that I got to be here and hang out with my friends and support all the nanoers. Yay!
Right?
Oh yeah, and I think my link is down there if you want to support an erotic author who's freezing because she's not acclimated to the environment that she's in right now. I have a wish list.
All
And
right.
it's all focused on keeping Dana warm.
Yes.
Well, why don't we have CJ go next?
Hello, my name is CJ. I am a writer of things. I got some words done. I got about 400 words written tonight, which is good because I'm really behind. My links are down below. I updated my link tree, so there's a bunch of extra stuff in there. If you're interested, if you've looked through all my other stuff, there's some extra stuff in there that I put in. So, next week, I'm gonna be in person at Sarah's place.
Woo!
Yep.
That's super exciting. Oh my god.
So exciting.
Yeah.
So exciting.
It's very exciting over here too.
2 years.
Yes.
It's been 2 years.
Yeah. Well, I hope that you guys have another Christmas blizzard in November.
Do not say that.
We've already been over this once. CJ's already dreading it.
For
I'm
a
just
whole
saying.
host of reasons.
I laughed so much. We need a good
Don't
laugh.
encourage her.
I need encouragement. Anyway.
Not on that.
All right. Why don't you go ahead, Morgan?
Hi, I'm Morgan Hazelwood. I am an actively querying fantasy author, and this week I was blogging about how to get the most out of a virtual convention. Just tips and tricks for everything from attending, should you attend, to vending if you're a vendor, to, how to network when it's virtual. It's all a little trickier than, in-person stuff. And I don't know. What did I do on the podcast this week?
I don't know what I did this week, so.
Using unsafe places to propel your characters. Sometimes at the start of our story, our character, isn't accepted by the people around them, and that can help propel the story forward. And also, sometimes the inciting incident is more of a situational thing than a person or an event. So that's over on Writing Tips and Writerly Musings, wherever you listen to podcasts. And I have my live stream right in Sunday at 4:30 Eastern which is, I guess, 3:30 Central.
Yep.
So everybody's welcome to come hang out. I will eat snacks and hopefully get some words in.
All right. And I'm Sarah Scharnober, and this is my channel, and all my stuff is down below. I'm also over on Twitch. We've got the Twin Freaks podcast, which is also a YouTube channel, and also on all the podcasting channels. I have my Wordsmith Sarah Games channel, which is where my VODs are going from Twitch. And I'm basically everywhere. I spend most of my time on Twitter, so if you want my attention, that's probably your best place to wander off to. So, So I'll see you guys all later. We are here on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Central, and we will be here next week. Bye!
Bye.